So. Wir tun es nochmal. Wir tun es nochmal. Wir tun es nochmal. Wir tun es nochmal. Ich bin das MHN und Sie sehen eine weitere Folge. Die Stanley Parable. Das, was all unser Leben ist. In einem Spiel. Es ist alles nur ein Spiel.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Ich weiß
Stanley
es nicht.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wir werden nicht. I don't like Mondays. Und wir werden nicht. Wir werden nicht in den Meetingraum gehen. Wir wählen. Es ist wieder eine andere Strecke. Es ist wieder eine andere Strecke. Jedenfalls ist das neu. Glaube ich, oder wäre ich schon verrückt? Ich glaube, das Spiel macht mich verrückt.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Irgendwann wird er mich verarschen und wird sagen, er geht durch die rechte Tür.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Ich
and
weiß.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Da muss ich auch nochmal den Weg runtergehen. Ich habe mich vergessen, was da war.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, ich habe mich schon wieder erschrocken.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I pick no up the phone. Ich lass die Zeit verstreichen. Denn die time is on your side. Das Apartment-Ending war das. Na? Na? Die Lampe hat aufgehört, sich zu bewegen, oder? Aber im Museum stand doch, dass es das Apartment-Ending ist und dass man 15 Sekunden Zeit hat. Oder war das gar nicht das Apartment-Ending? Ach nee, das sah doch anders aus mit den Bildern. Sind wir ja schon eine Minute. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the
Ja,
oven.
das hatten wir schon mal.
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Naja. Nein, weg,
Gotcha.
weg, renn, renn,
Oh,
renn,
come
renn,
on.
renn, 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 renn,
Did you
renn.
actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit
Renn.
their life to you?
Renn.
I'm trying to make a
Bitte
point
weg.
here, Stanley.
Ich will das
I'm
nicht
trying to get
nochmal.
you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nein, nein.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ah, ich hasse dich. Okay, für euch überspringe ich das. Für euch überspringe ich das.
This is a very sad story about
Gut,
the death
wir
of a
sehen uns
man
dann
named
gleich
Stanley.
wieder, wenn Dings hier, wenn wir wieder... Nein, ich werde jetzt das drücken und dann werde ich... Nein, Mist. Was passiert, wenn ich das spielen... Ich starte es von alleine neu. So, Spiel. Hier, jetzt habe ich's mal neu gestartet. Ha! Das Spiel.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Es ist wieder was anderes. Das Spiel. Es ist der Meeting Room. Der Meeting Room. The meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Was passiert eigentlich, wenn ich jetzt hier runterspringe?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yippie! Ich habe die Kontrolle und bin schon wieder hier. Guck mal, so sehr habe ich die Kontrolle. Kontrolle.
Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Ich bin jedes Mal wirklich sprachlos, wenn einfach kleine Sachen anders sind. Es ist wirklich so, du bist in einer unendlichen Zeitschleife und dann ist eine Sache, die haut dich raus. War ich nicht mal ein Drucker?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Was ist, wenn ich jetzt nicht rangegangen wäre? Da hätte es doch ein anderes Ende. Oder nimmt das jetzt auch schon ein
The
anderes
lounge
Ende?
was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
Was? Ich fange an zu bluten und... Okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nein, ich nehme die Tür nochmal. Ich nehme diese verrückte Tür nochmal.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ich weiß.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Hello.
Now listen carefully, this is
Was ist, wenn ich dann
important.
eigentlich bei der letzten
Stanley
Entscheidung durch
walked
die rote
through the
gehe?
red door.
Hey.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Was ist?
Stanley walked... Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I
Nein.
really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Okay.
Running and running and running,
das.
just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Wir dürfen doch mal bis hierher gehen.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so...
Okay, gut, neu starten. Also wir wissen schon mal, es ist vollkommen egal, es ist immer wieder anders. Ja.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself.
Minuten.
Minutes?
Tage?
Days?
Jahrhunderte?
Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? What? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Öffnet. Au, laut hier. Und,
Aha,
ja.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ta-da!
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map
wette,
because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Na dann. Jetzt kommt nochmal das Baby.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Finde ich super.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay, jetzt kommt das Baby. Gleich verbrennt. Ich bin David.
The baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay, Notizen. Ich hasse schreiende Babys. Oh, jetzt ist es
You
tot.
heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Okay, ich glaube, das kennen wir schon.
Since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Okay, von hier aus kennen wir's.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Es gibt noch mehr Enden, das weiß ich von anderen. Das habe ich gehört. Es gibt da noch
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Das war's fast.
At last, the one thing you'd always desired. A game
Leute,
I had absolutely...
Also Leute, wenn ihr, oder besser gesagt, wenn Sie Zuschauer, wenn Sie noch irgendeine Idee haben, ich kann mich ja jetzt nochmal umbringen und einfach nicht ans Telefon gehen. Ach nee, das lasse ich jetzt mal. Wenn Sie jetzt noch irgendeine Idee haben, dann können Sie jetzt einfach mal ein bisschen spoilern. Ich bitte darum, schreiben Sie es in die Kommentare. Habe ich jetzt schon alles durch und Sie müssen nicht mal alle Folgen durchgeguckt haben. Wenn Sie nur die Folge durchgeguckt haben, dann schreiben Sie einfach alle Enden auf, die Sie kennen. Und am besten Sie sagen einfach nur da lang. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie ich nochmal zur Adventure-Line komme. Dieser gelben Linie. Ich habe keine Ahnung mehr. Habe ich vergessen. Da müsste ich Videos gucken. Das ist viel zu komplex, das Spiel. Ich wette, da hätte ich auch noch 3, 4, 5 Wege ändern können. Ach, Adventure-Line, da...
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ich würde eigentlich die Folge beenden, die Aufnahme und die Tür zu machen. Die Tür wollte ich gar nicht zu machen, aber ich habe einfach nur geklickt. Und jetzt, das war schon wieder ein Ende. Das war einfach schon wieder ein Ende. Was ist jetzt anders?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me.
Also wenn ihr noch irgendeine Idee habt,
in here I can be happy.
Wie einfach die Tür zuzumachen.
I will be happy.
Dann
Stanley waited.
Dann sagt sie
Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
So, und jetzt sind wir wieder hier. Und jetzt noch eine Sache. Was würde er sagen, wenn ich jetzt rausgehe?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Das kenne ich
What could it
schon.
mean?
Okay, das haben wir jetzt erledigt. Dann wünsche ich jetzt noch einen schönen Tag. Und das Spiel, ich kann es jedem nur empfehlen. Es ist großartig. Und ich sag jetzt Dr. Over and Out, Ende der Aufnahmesession. Ich wünsche noch einen schönen Tag. Freue mich jederzeit immer über jeden Kommentar. Einfach wenn ihr mal quatschen wollt, schreibt mich an. Ich diskutiere mit euch über Sinn des Lebens und den Planeten und Menschen und alles. Ich finde es großartig. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Tag. Das Spiel ist toll. Spielt es selber. Macht ein Let's Play draus. Ich gucke das bei euch an, weil es ändert sich immer alles. Jede Persönlichkeit nimmt das anders auf und ich muss das Spiel nochmal total sturzbetrunken spielen. Ich glaube, das wäre noch viel besser und ich glaube, der Sprecher würde das erkennen und es würde sich verändern. Es ist toll. Ich wünsche einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Over and Out. Bye.